Hello, thanks for watching Cunha Fix It. Make sure you like and subscribe my videos. This week, we are going to be doing something a little different. It's going to be a multi-part project, and I've got a new toy, sitting on the desk beside me here, and I'm going to take it apart. This week we'll probably just take it apart and maybe clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to do a little bit of painting and just make sure everything is working well and safe, and fix it up, make it new, and it's going to keep my garage warm. So let's get to work. Project for this week is a ceiling mounted heater. Get this cleaned up, and we are going to install it in my garage. Got it cleaned up and read it. Just gotta keep my tools warm. There's some tools I think we'll need. Won't need all those driver bits, but that's gonna cover it. Let's get to work. Here we go. Taking the mounting bracket off the top there. There's two big nuts, big bolts, sorry. I had to speed this all up because it was way too long. It was almost an hour video. So here we go, undo some screws, get these side panels off. Let's see what this thing's made of. Alright, under this panel, I found a circuit diagram. That'll come in handy when I try to put this back together. So here we've got a little ground screw. Try to take that off without losing bits in the case. Switch bits over to undo the terminal block for the live feed. Found out that this thing is actually 240 volt single phase. So instead of having a hot, neutral, and ground, it actually has hot, hot, and ground. Okay, next is the electrical connection. Take the nut off the back. It's just a fitting that connects it to the case. It holds a wire in place. I'll probably replace that completely with something new. Let's try the other side here. Pop the control knob off. Easier than I thought it would come off. Thought for sure I'd be breaking it. Let's undo these screws and see what's under this panel. We have some wiring. Next, let's take the grill off. This is the intake grill. It keeps any stuff from getting sucked into the fan there. 4 little screws and it comes right off. It's probably the dirtiest part of the heater. Maybe. It's pretty dirty. That. Set that outside. And because you can. This is where the wire comes in. You can see the hole there. Spin, spin, there's the sticker. So this is where I found out it's actually not 120 volt. It's 240. I looked up how that works. It's pretty much the same. There's the temperature sensor. Turns the heater on and off depending on what temperature you set it to. This one was made in Rexdale. Pretty cool. Rexdale, Ontario. I tried to get this off without taking the fan off, but I just couldn't get in there to hold the nut. First try I found the hex bit for taking this scrub screw off of the fan. Took that off and the fan slides right off. There's a little tight. There we go. There's the motor. See if I can hold this nut and get this to spin off. Get one anyways. Magnetic screwdrivers are great. Same on those parts. See this one, yeah, this is just spinning. So the nut on the back of this just keeps turning, and I can't get a grip with my finger. The third one came out though. So this middle one, it's not going to come out with a screwdriver. Not a screwdriver and a finger. So if I come in from the back side, maybe it'll come undone. There's the nut there. Just can't get enough grip on it. Shaking it? Oh, that's not going to work. Maybe that ground screw will come out though. Now let's take this side apart so I can get a wrench in there. 2 screws held these louvers in. This is how you aim where you want the heat to go. It's a pretty snug fit. Craftsmanship putting these things together back in, I would guess, the 80s, maybe 70s. That's probably 80s. It was really well made. Strong steel, it didn't rust out. Everything fits together really nice. Tight tolerances. They were doing good work in Rexdale back then. That's pretty dirty too. Dirt. Alright. Get my adjustable down to the right size for this nut. Stick it in there and get this screw undone. There we go. That's a better choice. Get right in there, get it undone. Doing these things in the right order is quite a learning curve. I do have a second one I'm going to be restoring, so I might do a video on that one too. Let's get the wires off of the terminal block. This is a pretty cool terminal block. You'll see it a little bit. I'll explain how it works. There's the motor wires off of there. Changing bits. Why? Oh, there's a ground wire for the motor. Right. So there's the ground. Didn't lose that screw in the case. The motor should come out. A little bit of tape on that wire. Oop, there it goes. Little fan motor. Next we'll take this control knob off. Well, the stuff behind the control knob. Just 2 screws and a couple of S-clips. 1 S-clip actually. There's the temperature sensor and the control. Silly magnetic screwdrivers. These undone. I love that screwdriver. It's great, but sometimes it picks up extra screws when you don't want it to. I'll take this off, see what it does. Probably an over over temperature cutoff. Thought it might be a probe, but no, it just sits on top there. If it gets too hot outside the box there, it'll shut everything down. So the one line feeds that goes to the temperature switch. And from there, it goes back into circuit 1. So that turns the fan and the heat on and off. The fan was connected to 1 and 2 there. So line 2 is just connected right to the fan and the heater. Line 1 goes through the thermostat to the fan and the heater. And the heater has that little overheat protection in series with those connectors. This is interesting wire. It's heat resistant wire, so it's got that braided outer shell. Now those are the heater wires off of 1 and 2. They come up. One goes to the heater, the other one goes to that. It's basically a fuse or a breaker. And then to the other side of the heater. So this has got 3 coils. I was looking at the circuit earlier, and there's 3 heater coils, and you can hook them up in series or in parallel. If you want to go in the comments and explain to me why that is, that'd be excellent. If I'm going to take this entirely apart, I'm going to have to undo all these and get the little ceramic insulators off. Those push-on clips, a little bit of a pain to take off. You can see there. Nice and close, yeah, that was equipped. So the idea was to pry up under those and pop them out. I did something else. Let's see if I can get this. So the circle goes in the middle, in between the heat and the fan motor, and I guess that just protects the fan motor from getting too hot. And you can see there's a little pin welded to the heater coil that keeps it from going too far into the housing. Let's see, I can't get my screwdriver in to loosen these screws, so I use my adjustable wrench, set it to 1/4 inch, and I hold down on the screwdriver bit and put my wrench on there. That gives me a lot more leverage and a lot less chance of stripping the screw. And once it's broken loose, I can get back to my screwdriver and zip it the rest of the way out. There's one. Again, you can see the captive nut back there. Just locking these on. There's a better view. So me putting the bit in there and slide my wrench on there, just enough to break it loose. There it goes. Now if you have a 1/4 inch wrench, that will work better than a box end wrench will work better than adjustable, obviously. Smaller, it'll fit in the space better. And you'll see this 3rd screw on here is way too tight. After trying a few different things, I went to the box end, 1/4 inch. It with a long Robertson 3, and that did the trick. Back to the... It's kind of a combination in between a slot screwdriver and a Robertson. That came out. After much struggle, I cut out a lot of that, pulling that screw out. This is the part that holds the other side of the coils. And then there's the terminal block. This is cool. It comes apart, so it's expandable. You can add as many little blocks of that as you want. And here, check this out. May 11th, 1987. So this is an 80s baby. It's almost as old as me. Almost. Another screw. Get that out. And I messed around with this coil spacer for quite a while, but I ended up just unbending the end of that wire, as you'll see in a little bit. First I got to undo all of these, take off all the wires and take off the nuts behind them, and then the ceramic spacer. Or insulator, I should say. Insulator, nut. Sometimes they don't want to spin. Go on to a different one. Come back to it with the wrench. Or pliers. Get those apart. And I've still got to deal with those push-on clips that hold it in place. Last one. Alright. Now you can really see those clips. This is the trick that worked. Just twist and pull with the pliers. As you can see the tabs. So it pushes on and it bites on. It's like a one-way valve for holding metal pipes. So, and this worked really quickly. Just get on there, twist, pull. Oh. Alright, let's unbend this wire now, so we can get these coils apart. They will not come out all together. I tried, but this video was too long to show me trying to do something that ended up not working. I'm not trying to hide that it didn't work, it just would have been too long a video. Just get that over, pop that off. Those coils will come out nice and easy. They are dirty. There's those bars that are welded on there to keep it from going too far in. That's disassembly. It's all taken apart. Thanks for watching. I'm going to stop there. Next week we'll get it all cleaned up and ready for paint. Thanks for watching. Hope you made it through to the end. Look at that dirty fan. Anyways, thank you. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share with your friends. We'll see you next week.